first there with the line. But yeah, obviously Oscar had the upper hand in that corner sequence.
Yeah, the McLaren really changing direction nicely, especially in the slow corner. We see Piastri around 800ths ahead as they make their way through turn 7 and 8. Look how aggressively George goes in to T8, but then he loses out a little bit on the exit of T9. It's always a compromise, isn't it?
It is a compromise with the sequence, like which corner you want to attack, where you want to try and gain the time. Also, every car is different, so you've got different strengths and weaknesses.
Again, a little bit of understeer through the exit of turn 12. But
Great exit by Oscar from this corner.
It really is, it really is. But this is something I think you're happy with if you're racing this car this afternoon, because it has really great straight line speed, the Mercedes, doesn't it?
Yeah, that back straight is like never ending, so you are happy to have that top speed.
Hairpin of his life, said Oscar Piastri. One of those moments where I think he actually braked a little bit later than he intended to and just pointed it.
Still got away with it, still got a good exit, and this last corner, they were pretty equal, so, you know, that car length is not much, but it just comes from tiny things here and there.
Incredibly close across the line. Do you think George extracted absolutely everything that was available there?
I think so. It seemed like a bit of a struggle for many teams to get that tire in the window on a single lap, and finally he managed to put everything together, and I think Toto was very, very pleased for him to split McLarens, which we believe they should have a bit more pace in theory, but I think a good job overall.
Without meaning to diminish the excellent Ghost car in the analysis, how relevant is the qualifying driving and the qualifying pace for the race that we've got now? Obviously it sets the grid, but how much do you have to change the driving style now?
You've got to change a lot, but yeah, I think gaps in the qualifying seem to be small. That's the trend, but in the race you see a bit more the separation of the cars, and we know McLaren is strong in the race, but yeah, I wouldn't put aside Ferrari based on the sprint race.
Everyone's still talking about Ferrari, even though they start down in 5th and 6th. You still think with their race pace, even though they're qualifying out of position, that they're the big threat?
Unless they've done something to the car that has made it slower, but you know, the end of the stint pace they had, how they could manage the tires, that was just next step from the others, and I think after that all the team
over the nose was such a benefit in terms of managing that front tire. George, of course, with clear air in front of him. It's a really long and tricky first corner here. What would you be aiming to do from second on the grid?
You want to get in the front, you know, that helps so much with the tire management, especially turn 1, 2. If you're following another car, it just makes it so much harder to minimize that slip on the front left. So whoever is going to be in the lead will have the upper hand overall. So no doubt George is going to try and attack, but also landed, no doubt.
And Valtteri and Antonelli down in P8, but I mean, it's been a great start to his rookie year. What do you think he can do, and how can he learn and use those learnings to help Mercedes' team effort today?
I think he's matching the expectations so far. I think he's been doing the right things. He's been not doing many mistakes. He's been building up step by step. So I think the team is expecting him to move forwards in the race, of course, but you know, it's not going to be easy. We saw yesterday how difficult still the overtaking is, and yeah, let's just hope as a team we get the strategy right, and that way both cars in good positions.
Thanks very much, Valtteri, and wishing Tiff the very best recovery as well.
Thank you very much.
She's come off her bike and broken a collarbone in a pro bike race, so send her our best and hope she recovers quickly. She's the mark of a true bike rider when you've broken your collarbone. But thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate your time. And your old teammate took Lawrence Barretto for a wander around this magnificent circuit.
Joe, great to see you back here in Shanghai, but this time dressed in red. How mega is it to be back?
I mean, it's beautiful, you know, it's new colors, color of my country, and just can't wait, you know, for the weekend to get started. Even though if I'm not on the grid, I will see surely whole people, crowd supporting there. And yeah, they will be looking forward to having me back on the grid anytime soon. So yeah, just can't wait to explore the whole weekend.
When you've been out in downtown Shanghai, when you're coming into the circuit, is there still that huge excitement for having you as a Formula One driver?
Yeah, they are. I mean, the whole country, a lot of fans are behind me, a lot of fans are monitoring what I do every single year. And when they hear the news I was joining Ferrari for the reserve driver, they were so happy, excited for this role. So yeah, just honoured and really enjoyed so far.
Now, is this the first time you've been back on this track since you stopped your Sauber and you kind of got out of the car after the race and you had that undulation?
Yeah, that was still probably my most craziest memory of all time in racing. The whole weekend, you know, I was so nervous, so much pressure. Everyone was watching you. I wanted to do well, and at that time, it was like everything just got relieved. And then, yeah, that little parking slot for me behind the race winners, because the whole crowd was just shouting out your name. That's where I just got really emotional at the time. But yeah, that was a truly incredible weekend.
What do you love most about this track?
Honestly, like one thing people doesn't know about this circuit, which is quite cool, it's the character of the Mandarin Shang, so Shanghai Shang. So that's a very unique place, I think. But obviously, Turn 1 is probably the most trickiest corner because it's so long. You don't have a corner that is very demanding for the tires in the race as well. But I enjoyed it here last time, you know, had some great results in quali as well. And it's enjoyable, medium, high speed, fuel overtaking sport, so it was fun.
And you've got a new surface on the track here this year. I guess there's not been much